It's a skylight. It's actually coming together.
Y'all ready for this?
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to episode 4 of the bus build. Last week we went ahead and prepped all of the ceiling boards. Today we're actually going to install them. And stick around till the end of the video because I'm also going to show you how to install a DIY skylight like this. Now, it's not a real skylight, but if you're on a strict budget like me, it's definitely a good alternative. So let's hop right into it and get this show on the road. If you followed around on our video last week, you saw me bevel and sand all of these boards down. Now, that process is not over. To start, I went ahead and filled all of the nail holes from the pallet boards with some wood fill. I know I thought the prep was done, but this just really elevated each board to the next step.
To satisfy, you disconnect so no one else feels the pain, to keep the casualties lowered in the fight. Oh, but what you don't know is I wanna go.
To get these boards ready to go up on the ceiling, I then went ahead and painted a layer of white paint on them. Now, what I thought was going to be one layer of paint quickly turned into about 5. So if you are doing this, make sure to prime your pallet boards before. Don't make the same mistake that I did.
Without an end within your sight, a restless tug of war you're caught in between, and it keeps you up at night. Oh, I wanna go to war for you, no matter what we're up against. I promise I'll keep.
Would you look at that? It looks like a beautiful day for a second coat of paint. Sadly, that coat of paint did barely anything, so here I go again with another layer of paint on these boards. And just like that, the only thing left to paint on these boards are the sides. Something just looks a little bit off here. 1 second. Much better. The pieces are finally ready to go onto the ceiling. Now, the first step that I did was I used a wood glue on the furring strips. I then pulled out my nail gun and simply just put a few nails into the boards, and ta-da! We are on our way to creating a beautiful shiplap ceiling.
And we'll conquer every battle day by day. I wanna go to war for you, no matter what we're up against. I promise I'll keep fighting this. I don't wanna see the other side unless you're standing. Surprise, it is another new day. Nothing on a school bus conversion seems to get done in one day, so here we are. The only things left to do now are the middle channel of the bus, and that's going to be the tricky part because that's where all of the fan cutouts are, as well as the emergency exit. So I say we dive right into it and we just get this ceiling finally done. I know exactly what you're thinking, and yes, this is another coat of paint. Please, if you get anything from this video, prime your palette boards. Please, it will save you a lot of time and a lot of paint. The inside was looking pretty cute, but that emergency exit on the outside just wasn't doing it for me anymore. So I took out some tools and we're gonna pull it out and turn it into a skylight. Now to do this, I started by removing all of the screws on the outside of the bus, and these are what actually held the emergency exit to the roof. Once the emergency exit was removed, I was left with a beautiful mess of caulking or adhesive, which took quite some time to fully remove. But it's definitely worth it to take your time here and make sure that that area is prepped and cleaned for the new caulking. It is so hot. After everything is prepped, I'm just going to bring up my piece of plexiglass, which is 24 inches by 24 inches. And I'm going to mark out where all of my drill holes need to be so that I can safely drill them before I actually attach it to the roof to make sure that the plexiglass doesn't snap or break when I do that. I then went ahead with some beetle tape and I covered each hole so that when I attach it to the actual roof of the bus, everything will be watertight and completely sealed. After the piece of plexiglass was attached to the roof of the bus, I went around the outside with some exterior caulking, and then I came inside of the bus to admire all of my work, and I caulked some more around the inside of the skylight just to be safe. I was so excited after everything was watertight that I jumped right into building the frame for the skylight. This frame is just going to really help to elevate the look of the skylight and give it that professional kind of feeling. I just didn't want to see the insulation or the frame of the bus anymore.
South Australia, I was born.
Okay, step 2, plug in the electrical outlet. And now we should have power, baby. Let's go.
As I walked out one morning fair, heave away, haul away, was there I met Miss Nancy Blair. We're bound for South Australia. There's just one thing that's on my mind.
It's a skylight. It's actually coming together.
As we wallop around Cape Horn, heave away, haul away. You wish to God you've never been born. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. Australia, I was born in South Australia, round Cape Horn. In South Australia, I was born. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king.
That coat of paint was done just in time for our first storm in the skylight. But things are looking good and they're staying watertight. The sound of rain coming through the skylight has truly made me so happy that I did this. I never realized how much joy a simple skylight would bring to my bus and just the build in general. But being able to see the sun has really changed my perception of what this bus can be, and I'm so excited to get the rest of the build finished.
Thank you so much for sticking around for the entire video. Now, if you're just as excited as I am to see this build finally finished, make sure to subscribe below. I post a new episode every single Sunday, and I'd love to have you as a part of my community. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week when we tackle the floor. Bye, guys.